everyone, welcome to our tour of the Alberta School of Business. My name is Amanda Shular. I work for the Alberta School of Business as a student recruiter, so I'm going to be showing you guys around today. So here where I'm standing is the Alberta School of Business quad. Normally this would be filled with students having barbecues or student clubs fairs. It's usually quite a happening place to be. Okay, let's get going. We're going to walk around a little bit. So on my right hand side here we have the Arts Convocation Hall, quite a beautiful building. And then down on my far right, through this little pathway here, is one of our main libraries, the Rutherford Library, where if you are a student on campus and you need a good place to study, that's an excellent spot. We also have Hub Mall directly in front of me here. And Hub Mall spans from my far left all the way down to the far right hand side, and it's a great spot for any kind of dining in or out. So if you're hungry on campus and you want to sit down and have a meal or take away a meal to your next class, this is one of the most popular places on campus to go to eat. And down at the far right end of the Hub Mall is also our LRT. So the LRT, or the public transit, comes right onto campus, right into that entryway down there. So as you can see, very centrally located on campus. And right in front of me here is the very big and beautiful School of Business. So let's go foot through the building. Business has multiple entrances, but this is one of the main entrances since it is quite central on campus. So this will lead us into one of the main lobby areas. Okay, so welcome to the Alberta School of Business. This is our main lobby. So as you can see, on my right-hand side is mainly just classroom space. And then on my left-hand side is the Winspear Library and a couple sets of elevators. But we're gonna go ahead and show you one of these classrooms. So if you are a BCom student, this is where you'll be spending most of your days. One of our lovely lecture theaters. So if you are a professor, you would stand up here, and obviously as a student, you would join your classmates in one of the chairs here. Pretty nice. All right. Coming out here, we're gonna go and show you the library, which is currently being converted into student study space. So this was previously a library dedicated to the Alberta School of Business students. It is now being converted into student study space, which will be amazing when we'll have our own place on campus to study as business students. And as you can see, it's quite expansive. That will be lovely. So next on the list, we're going to take you into the Tory atrium, which is where a lot of students will spend time studying or hanging out with friends, meeting up for group projects. So let's go this way. So there's a little pedway here, and if you have to use the washroom on campus, you can see two on my right-hand side, right here, so very centrally located. Okay, welcome to the Tory atrium, or the business atrium. So this is a shared space with the Faculty of Arts. So on my right-hand side is a Faculty of Arts building, and this whole space down here is common area. So This is where a lot of students will gather to either study, meet up with their friends, have lunch, meet with groups for group projects. Up these stairs here is Hub Mall that I mentioned previously. So if you're hungry and you're looking for a spot on campus to eat, you can just go up these stairs, down a pedway, and you'll hit Hub Mall. There's also a coffee shop here on my right. So that's perfect for if you have 8 a.m. class and you need a bit of a caffeine hit to get you through the day. And then, as you can see, just lots of tables and chairs for studying. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go up the stairs onto the second floor. Perfect. Okay, and welcome to the second floor of the business building. So on the second floor of the business building is what I would say is the most popular floor in the building. So there's always a lot happening. It's never empty like this. There's always tons of students and staff and people walking around. So on my right-hand side is all of our student club space. So the Alberta School of Business has over 27 different student clubs, and we have student club space dedicated to each of our student clubs. So straight ahead here, we have what's called the Business Students Association. So that is our main business student club. And then as we go down the hallway here, we have club space dedicated to U of A Management Information Systems. We have clubs associated with every single one of the business majors. So if you enter the program and you're in marketing or you're in finance or SMO or any different area, there is a club associated with every single major. Alongside all of those clubs, there's clubs associated with doing nonprofit work. So we have student clubs such as 5 Days for the Homeless. We also have student-run clubs like the Laissez-Faire magazine, which is a by the student, for the student magazine that comes out every month. So this is our beautiful club space. So as you can tell, there's quite a bit of space dedicated to students. Lots of different couches and places to meet up. And then we're gonna take you outside to one of the more secret spots. So this is a beautiful patio dedicated to our students. It has quite a lovely view of the business quad. So this is where we started off the tour. So this is the Alberta School of Business quad on the left-hand side and the Convocation building on the right. Perfect. Okay, let's go back inside. So down on the left-hand side of the second floor is dedicated to all of our student services. So our program offices, our MBA and our PhD offices are all down this way. So in front of these doors here, or behind these doors I should say, is our undergraduate program office, our co-op program office or our career services, as well as our MBA and PhD offices. Great, so starting first at our undergraduate program offices. This is where you will find all of our current and prospective student advisors, myself as a student recruiter. So this office is where you will go if you have questions about the program, you want to speak to someone, if you're having trouble in a class or you need to know a little bit more about different areas. This is a very helpful office for our undergraduate BCom students. We also have our MBA and PhD program offices down at the end for if you are a MBA or PhD student. Then on the right-hand side, we have our career services office. So this is the team dedicated to running the co-op program, so the cooperative education program, where students will complete 1 year of paid work experience alongside their studies. So if you are interested in working as well as studying, this is where you would go and have all of your questions answered. But they do so much more than just run the co-op program. So if you're interested in finding an internship, having a mock interview done, having your resume reviewed, this is also the team you would look to for advice on all of those subjects as well. Great, so we're gonna take you upstairs now onto the 4th floor. So you have 2 ways of getting around the building. You can either take the elevator or you can take the stairs. I would choose the elevator. Okay, welcome to the 4th floor of the business building. So we have something very exciting happening on this floor, which is new to students in the next year. So this classroom here is being developed for our incoming students. It is a classroom dedicated to blended learning and allows you to plug in any of your own devices. So as you can see, it's a much more high-tech space than the classroom we had showed you previously, and it was very graciously donated by an Alberta School of Business donor. So it allows you to plug in any of your own devices, work with groups or work on projects, and it's just a easier space to do combination learning with other students. Okay, thank you so much for joining us on our live tour of the Alberta School of Business. We are so happy to have you with us. We hope that you enjoy the rest of Open House, and if you want more information on topics such as admission requirements, program information, the cooperative education program, case competitions, study abroad, please join me on one of our live presentations because I will be covering all of those topics. You can also join myself or one of our current students on our live chat room. As well, you can head to our website for more information at ualberta.ca/business or check out one of our social media pages at ualbertabiz.